Sabrang Radio 94.7 FM ਸੁਣਦੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਲਿਸਨਰ ਦੱਸਦੀ ਵੀ ਅੱਜ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਡੇ ਐਡਮਿੰਟਨ ਸੈਥ ਕੋਨਾ ਤੋਂ MLA ਨਹੀਦ ਨੈਂਸ਼ੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਜੀ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇਹ ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ 3 ਵਾਰੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਵੀ ਕੈਲਗਰੀ ਦੇ ਮੇਅਰ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ 2010 ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ 2021 ਤੱਕ, ਅਤੇ ਕਾਫੀ ਕੰਮ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਸ ਲੈਵਲ ਤੱਕ ਕਰਤਾ ਕਿ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੈਲਗਰੀ ਨੂੰ ਵਰਲਡ ਦੇ ਗਲੋਬਲੀ ਬੈਸਟ ਲਿਵੇਬਲ ਸਿਟੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ 3rd ਬੈਸਟ ਲਿਵੇਬਲ ਸਿਟੀ ਬਣਾਇਆ, ਅਤੇ ਉਸੇ ਸਿਲਸਿਲੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵਰਲਡ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬੈਸਟ ਮੇਅਰ ਵੀ ਕਰਾਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਗਿਆ। ਸੋ ਵਿਚ ਇਜ਼ ਵੰਡਰਫੁਲ, ਐਂਡ ਨਾਓ ਹੀ ਇਜ਼ ਬੈਕ ਵਿਦ ਹਿਜ਼ ਨਿਊ ਐਕਸ਼ਨ ਇਨ Alberta politics. So Naheed, welcome to Sabrang Radio.
Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to chat with you and to chat with your listeners.
Yes, so how is your first legislation? Now you just finished it, and how was your experience?
Well, it was something. It was something. So, I was elected leader of Alberta's New Democrats in June of 2024, certainly with the support of a lot of folks in Calgary and a lot of folks listening to us today, which I'm very, very grateful for. But then I needed a seat in the legislature. And so a vacancy was in Edmonton, so I ran in Edmonton Strathcona. I was elected in June of 2025, so just this year. And it was quite wonderful. I was worried that the people in Edmonton would be like, why is this Calgary guy running here? But they were extremely welcoming. And people always ask me, does that mean you've moved to Edmonton? And the answer is, I still live in Calgary, in Northeast Calgary, but I spend a lot of time in Edmonton as well. But finally now, in October, I got to take my seat in the legislature because the legislature only met again starting in October. And so we've been sitting for the last 6 weeks or so, and it has been wild. The government became the first government in Alberta's history to knowingly pass laws that they knew were not constitutional, and use the notwithstanding clause of the Constitution to do that. They did it 4 times this session, the first, second, third, and fourth time it's ever been done. They passed a bill to more or less privatize healthcare to a system that we know is not going to work, and is going to make wait times in the public system even longer for people who can't afford to pay out of pocket. And we saw real attacks on democracy. The Minister of Justice, whose best friend and relative is the central figure in this scandal that perhaps hundreds of millions of dollars of contracts in healthcare went to this guy. That the Minister of Justice, Mr. Amory, also passed a legislation giving himself immunity. Yes. And it's so nuts. What country are we living in? But the good news is, we have raised our issues. We've talked a lot about the cost of living, about good jobs now and in the future, and better healthcare and better education. And I really think Albertans are really hearing what we're saying, and we have a lot of momentum now.
And I was just in your introduction saying in 2014 you made Calgary as the best city, 3rd best city of the world.
Third best city, yeah.
You are the world mayor, not only Calgary, Canada or North America. People all over the world appreciate your efforts. And
thank you for saying.
And now, the same time, the same Danielle Smith, she crossed the floor with 9 her MLAs to the Conservative, and now
yes,
she's making history once again because her in last 90 years, I believe, she's the first premier who is get recalled.
Yes, that is also true.
So how you are seeing the future of Alberta in this way?
Well, it's good news and bad news, I suppose, for me, because the good news is that, we really have Albertans waking up now. Albertans saying, we don't believe in separatism. We are part of Canada. We don't like all this anti-immigrant rhetoric that the UCP is using. We certainly don't like what they're doing on healthcare or education, and the cost of living just keeps going up. So the good news is that's really waking people up to saying we need a better alternative. We don't have to stand for this. And increasingly people are seeing that Alberta's New Democrats are that better alternative. But the bad news is the reason people are waking up is because the government is doing really awful things. And so now is the time where we have to organize, we have to be stronger, and we have to be able to fight for the Alberta that we all need. And for that, I'm going to need a lot of help, right? I need people to talk to their neighbors, to volunteer, to donate, to really help us on this path forward.
That's wonderful, and I can see a lot of your MLAs are working very hard, and good vibes are coming. People are very much hopeful to see you as a leader of the a premier of basically of Alberta, because you have created history before as a mayor of Calgary and winning 3 times there, and now I think everyone is so glad like you will be premier of Alberta.
Inshallah, inshallah, as we Muslims say. But I just wanted to say a real thank you to all your listeners for all their support. I'm still a Northeast Calgary boy, and I love representing my MLAs who represent Northeast Calgary: Parmeet Singh Boprai, Irfan Sabir, Gurinder Brar, as well as across the province, Gurtej Singh Brar, our newest MLA, and Jasvir Deo, as well as Samir Kayande and Raki Pancholi, really representing all aspects of the community. But we're proud and we're really grateful for the support we've had from the South Asian community across the province. And so, even though I'm a Muslim and we're all South Asian listening, I will say to
Yes.
all of you, Merry Christmas.
Yes.
It's a good time of year, and I hope, despite all the politics, everyone gets a bit of chance to relax. And I just want to wish everyone the best for 2026.
Merry Christmas to you and your team as well. And thank you very much for giving us some time so that we can talk to you about your experience. And hopefully soon we will see you Premier of Alberta.
Inshallah. Thank you so much, Rajesh. Take
Thank you.
care.
Thank you.
Bye
Thanks
bye.
for your time. Bye bye.